Hey everybody. Hello, hello. We are here to talk about the ATM method. This is our lunch and learn for the 5th of February. And we're just going to talk about our ATM method. And so to talk about this, I want to take us back to when it began. This was a method that was taught to us by somebody that used to be part of our company, and it is awesome. Like it is super amazing. It basically utilizes a resource group to non-aggressively share information with our potentials. And here's what I love. What I've noticed too about our team, and this is a really nice time to bring it back, is when we have a lot of fresh faces that are learning the basics and the fundamentals of network marketing. That we can bring this back to allow not only them to non-aggressively share, but to teach and duplicate how to non-aggressively share. And it doesn't come down to really, more influential or more skillful abilities. It's really just, can you add somebody to a group? Can you tag them and can you message them? And the thing is that we teach all of those components. Typically, we teach all those components. We're going to pull it all together in this method. And so I kind of shared this on another call, but really, the way that the Facebook rules kind of changed in 2020, we had to ask permission to add people to groups. Well, prior to that 2020 influx of where everybody's at home, everybody's getting added to things, you could just add somebody to a group and tag them. There comes our add, tag, and message, and that's how we used to do it. And so now we have to change it up a little bit. We're going to keep the acronym because it's super, it rolls right off the tongue, right? We know what an ATM is outside of Plexus. And so ATM inside of Plexus is essentially what we're going to do is we're going to add, message, and tag because of the way that the Facebook rules go. And what this means is that we're going to be utilizing the wellness community to do this method. And here is what is amazing about our wellness community. And I see some girls on here that have been was there when it was born. So I know Donna has watched it grow. All you girls have watched it grow, but it is our customer page. So it is our customer resource page that you guys have been in there. You guys are in there. So you know what it is. We can talk about specials sometimes, but really this is a knowledge resource. This is product knowledge. This is stories. This is a place that is private that we can share some of those posts that maybe you put them on the internet and, compliance happens to snag you on something. This is a private group. And so we don't have to worry about that. So another reason that if you are finding trouble or if somebody is brand new, they don't, maybe they're worried about posting the wrong thing or they're not sure how to share. Leveraging ATMing while learning the art of posting is a really great thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to add, right, when we have potentials, when we have somebody that we're following up with. And I just want to mention that this is just an opportunity for us to continue invitations, right? The sales process, the ambassador process, the leadership development process is a state of constant invitations. Okay. And I don't want to make this too big because I want this to be shareable. But if you step back or you're on the top of the mountain and you look down at what we do, we are continuously inviting and that never stops, right? Even a leader that is on our team, just to quickly, go into other areas. A leader on our team, I might say to somebody like Donna, "Hey Donna, I'd love to visit with you. I haven't spoken to you. I want to hear what's happening with you." Well, I'm inviting her to connect with me. The invitations never stop. I'm inviting you guys to hop on this training, right? See what I'm saying? So this is the basis of learning how to non-aggressively share and invite. All right. So the way this is going to look is, in general, you're just going to be adding people into that community. And as we're gearing and ramping this up, I might be adding some more admins in there so that we can get everybody, right away, approved. If you feel like somebody is kind of sitting in there for a while, going into the leaders thread or going into your uplines thread and just saying, "Hey, could somebody do this?" That's totally fine. So we'll approve them. And then once once you've added them, the physical invitation. Maybe they haven't even accepted it yet. You're going to message them. So you're going to text them or you're going to send them a message in Messenger. You're the way that you're communicating with them. Okay. I'm assuming it's mostly for this going to be Facebook or just a regular text. If they're in Instagram, obviously we're going to have to pull them over from Instagram into Facebook, or you can text them and just say, hey, I've added you to this group. So the way it's going to look is something like this. I've added Dawn in, and I know that Dawn, she was kind of complaining about her Crohn's last time I saw her, and I really want her to be open to Plexus. And so she's on my list, right? She's on a list that I've identified of people that I want to add, tag, and message with. So I've added her to the group. I send her a quick text and I say, hey, Dawn, listen, um, based on the conversation that we just recently had, I feel led to share this with you because I feel like it could really bless you based on kind of what we had talked about. I added you to a group called the Wellness Community, which is just a product information and some testimonies, some Plexus testimonies. When you accept that invitation, would you mind letting me know so I could tag you in the story I saw that reminded me of you? Okay. So we're always going to be, once we are sending that message to invite, we're doing a call to action. Message me back when you get this. Have you seen the invitation? Things like that, right? You want to keep the conversation going. We probably need to do a separate call about my favorite topic, open-ended questions. But you want to make sure you're ending in an open-ended question. They're going to answer. They're either going to tell you, yes, I see it, I've accepted, or, oh, I haven't seen it, let me find it. Obviously, this is a logistical piece of this. So you're going to make sure that they're in that group. Then you're going to go in and tag them. And you're going to tag them and you're going to say something like this. Hey, Dawn, tagging. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn Claggett. This is the story that made me think of you. I can't wait to see what you think. I am hoping this is going to bless you. We're not just putting names. The prior training also with this was that we do not use last names. So you cut the last name off for anonymity, basically. Especially when you and a bunch of your friends in your local area are working, Plexus together, and we're all on this team together. We want to keep that anonymity. Not a critical deal, but a best practice that you want to keep in mind. All right. So, hey, Dawn, hey, Dawn, saw this. This is the story that I saw. I'm really hoping this is going to bless you. I can't wait to hear what you think. Right? Something nice, not just their name, right? We're warming them up. We're doing this the way that we would do it if we were speaking to them in person. If somebody walked into my house and I had wanted to introduce them to someone else, I would be like, "Oh my gosh, Dawn, you're here. I'm so excited. You've got to meet my friend. I cannot wait to see if you guys connect on this, right?" And then you make it really, really easy to warm them up. Okay, so then once you've done that, then you go back to that original, method. You just, again, this is just, we're crossing T's and we're dotting I's. We're going to go back to that original message and go, hey, I tagged you. What do you think? What do you think about this? Right? That's a great way to say it. Again, open-ended question. We do not want to leave, let me know is where everything goes to die. Okay. We're not on let me know. We're on what do you think about this? Do you think this another great one is do you think this could be something that do you think this could be something that would bless you, right? Maybe you don't want to use the word bless, maybe you do. I use the word bless, I think, in a whatever. So do you think this is something that would improve your situation, right? Whatever it is, whatever you want to say. And then this is just a way to open up a conversation. So this could be something that, is this a good fit for you? Yes, I was struggling with some examples. Mandy, is this a good fit for you? Love that too. So, again, if, then the conversation comes back. Maybe they say, this does look really good. I'm so excited. Well, then we shift into product recommendations, right? Oh my gosh, perfect. I know exactly what you need with products. Do you want me to send along a couple pictures for you to look at? Open-ended question. They're going to say, yeah, duh, can't wait. And you're going to, bam, hit them with a picture. How does this look to you? You don't have to know a thing about these products to sell these products because the pictures sell them for you. Okay. So this just again, as you can see, and veterans on here, you can see how ATM just feeds right into our messaging process. If you are somebody that is new to this, you're like, the picture thing sounds fun, but I'm gonna do the wrong thing and I'm nervous. Then, hey, do you feel like this is a good fit for you? The person's like, yeah. Then you say something like, okay, I'm so excited. I'm actually learning from my girlfriend Donna and I'm learning how to recommend. I think I know, right? Show confidence. I think I know exactly what you need. I know this is going to be great for you, but do you mind me popping us into a message so she can, she can take the lead and we can make sure you get the proper recommendation? Open-ended question, right? And that's when you would pop that, you're using the method to share, and then you're moving into either a product recommendation yourself or driving them into a three-way message. Okay. And how easy is this to duplicate, right? Because you will have done it with them. So then you say to them, hey, ordered the products. I'm so excited. Hey, do you have anybody that you feel like we could tag in some information? Does anyone in your family deal with Crohn's? Because I'd love you to be able to share this with them too, so you could go on the journey together, right? Great way to leverage a specific health issue into sharing with local area. I had a girl, and she actually just joined again as a customer under me, but everyone around her, diabetes, right? So we would do product calls for her family, and she had a huge family, and we were talking about that a lot. So again, this is just another way that we're sharing non-aggressively. And so it really drives into the idea of our Add One campaign. You guys, what I love about the way that we have altered this with and the way that we are really centralizing around, senior silver, I love it because it feels more doable. It's basically more people doing less. Many hands make light work, right? And the truth is that if somebody's going to go on to be a Plexus Diamond, they got to start by adding one. They got to go silver before they can go diamond. Okay. They've got to go senior silver before they can go gold. And so we're just breaking down the steps. We're cutting down the heftiness of the major goal, that corporate kind of benchmark spot, and we're bringing it down the middle. And so the thing that I love the most about this is that Add One can get you to that senior silver pretty quickly. Okay. And so obviously what happens is, just to take you into more duplication conversation, they joined through this ATM method potentially, right? And then you actually showed them in the process what they will do. So again, hey, do you know anybody that you'd like to tag in some information? Does anyone around you also struggle with this? Does anyone around you actually, kind of interested in the reset like you were? Who would want to do this with you, right? Using their experience or interest to bring them into, sharing with a buddy. And so when they say, well, let me think about that. Okay, if somebody says that, you say, all right, well, I'll touch base with you tonight and let me see who you've thought of, right? Again, we move the process, we drive the train, okay? Obviously, when they decide to be a share, when they decide to do this, they, grab those keys and they get into their own car and they're doing their own thing. But for now, you're driving this process because they don't know what to do. Right. So then you've helped them share with a buddy who's got their same issue, or a family member or a spouse, right? People love joining with their spouses. And so then if they say, you know what, I'm excited about this, you say, great, they're getting going. Hey, would you like to collect some cash, or would you like to just remain a VIP customer and get product credit? Right. Again, these are choices, open-ended questions. But the point is that once they share, and if they decide to upgrade and collect the cash, you say, I am so excited for you. This is so exciting. You and your sister are going to love this. I'm so pumped. Did you know that if we could find you two more people to share some information with, to do exactly what we did with your sister, you'd actually earn like a total of over $350? Is that something that I could help you do right now? They're saying yes or no. Your job, right? Because a lot of times with sharing the business, we feel what? I don't want them to feel pressure, but you also don't want them to feel left out. What if you never told them? My sponsor never talked to me about the business. I didn't even know what, in that time we all had to join as ambassadors. I had somebody join me on accident. And then she explained it. It's probably because I did threaten her not to do it. So she probably was just listening to me. But I'm just saying, like, she didn't. And so I can use her as an example right now. Okay. But like, don't be that person. Just let them own their yes or no, just like you own your process. There's very few things that we can control in this business, and invitations is one of them. Our part is one of them. That's our responsibility. So again, I just want to lean into this ATMing. I want us all to commit that we start doing this again. Here's what happens when we all as a team commit to ATM. That group becomes a living, breathing testimonial review constantly, right? Because guess what? Casey's like gonna be tagging a new customer in some detox information, and Dawn's like, "Oh, I needed that for Sharon." Shoot, again, you're inviting Sharon to learn more. She's already bought, but you're again inviting her to learn more about what's happening with her. Casey's inviting her to learn more. Keeping bumping those articles and those stories, just keep the constant flow going. The more active we are, the more successful the group is. We got about 5,000 people right now in there. And I think if we focus on this, I really truly believe that we can add 500 to 750 new customers within, I'd say, what, 6 months? If we're really doing this right, I think we can. And maybe I'll put a little fun, healthy goal around it. Who knows? But I feel like what the beauty of this is so many people worry about sharing or someone else feeling a certain way. And while we have to work through that ultimately, if we're going to be successful, we all started feeling that same way. We all started going, I don't want them to think fill in the blank. I don't want them to feel fill in the blank. We all started that, right? Some of us shifted quicker than others, but ultimately there's still a time where that shows up always because we care about people. We care about how they feel. And so it comes down to us just really saying, all right, I don't want to not share, but how can I share in the most non-aggressive, caring way that elevates them, that puts them in the forefront, that makes them the star of the show, right? I heard you saying this. I thought of you. I feel like this is a perfect reminder of your journey, right? We're not talking about ourselves. We're elevating them. And, no one's going to feel like a certain way if you've reached out and been like, I really thought of you with this. Right. Hey, I know the last time we spoke, you were kind of struggling with some things. I saw a really great detox. I just want to encourage you because I know that reset was hard for you. I just want to tag you in this. Let me know what you think. Again, this group is for everybody. I want you to be thinking about 3 to 5 people that are potentials that you can ATM today. But I also want you to think of 3 people who've already purchased from you that you can bring them back into the sales cycle.
Every new person, no matter what, should be given the opportunity to join this wellness community.
Are you talking to us, Mandy?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know, you know what I mean? It sounded like it made sense to the part. So, I mean, that's why anyway. Okay. So I just want to make sure that we are showing up to this for people who are still purchasing. What if you even somebody who is interested in sharing, you found something to share? Maybe the thing is that we have to get inspired. We have to have an emotional reaction to act. So what if there is somebody that's wanted to share on your team, or somebody that has said, "Oh, I'm going to do it." They never got around to doing that post. They never got around it. What if you step in front and you tag them in something and say, I thought of this with you because you're passionate about this. Who can you share this with right now? Who can you think about right now that would want to know about this? And in the moment, you are helping them learn ATM method. You're duplicating by elevating them and say, I thought of you. Who cares about this like you do? It is a brilliant, brilliant method that I totally have not been using as much as we should. And we've been doing other things, right? The company's kind of ebbed and flowed the way that we've been sharing and utilizing things. We were really into those Thursday night parties. And I think that those have sunsetted a little bit, you guys. I mean, obviously we have the calls now. There's going to be people who are not willing to get on a call, right? So leaning into the call, loving the call is important. Obviously, when we can get somebody to show up, that is a major piece, okay, of just seeing their interest, right? That is a major effort on their part. So another thing I like to do, just because we're talking about the calls, I don't want this to necessarily replace call invitations, but I love someone purchasing and then you get them on that call as a reinforcement, right? So we can use those calls in a multitude of different ways as a reinforcement, even if it's not for potential. If you feel like it's a big ask, okay, to be asking a potential to get on the call. Now, maybe somebody's coming hot to trot and they're like, yes, I'm so excited. They're, feeling this and maybe I could share this. That's somebody for a call, right? They're motivated, they're ready, they're coming to you, okay? But we have to have a bunch of different tools in our toolbox so that we can keep these continuous invitations going. This process, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, is just a continuous invitation, right? Everywhere along the way. And if you can make a list of your people, however you organize, some people just look at their virtual office, some people get printouts, some people, I don't know what you do. It's brilliant, whatever you do. If you need new ideas, let us know. We can tag you in some. But what I love about that is you just have an opportunity. What did I invite Cindy to this month? Right? She's sharing, she's in her product journey. So we're kind of not in the space where we have to kind of do that, beginner sharing stuff. And how can we invite her? What can we invite her? And sometimes it's inviting someone to share. And again, non-aggressive ATM method. Okay. So that's the method. I want us to really decide to lean in. So your call to action today is 3 to 5 potentials that you want to be you doing ATM with today. Okay. And these potentials can also be someone who maybe they bought from you and they're not buying anymore. Right. And we can bring them back with the ATM method as a potential to get them back on the products. Then I want you to find, 2 to 3 people that are on a product journey already. They're taking their products. You count on their order every month. Let's tag them in some information and let them know we're thinking about them. Okay. And then I want you maybe one person who's wanted to share and has been a failure to launch kind of a thing, right? They are just like, I want to do it. I'm just so afraid. You got the perfect thing for them. You're ready to rock and roll. This is the perfect thing to bring them out of the shell. This is a perfect way for you to start your leadership journey because you're just going to teach them to do what you're doing. It's that simple. And the reason I love it is because when you are duplicating, you want to be easily duplicatable. You want what you're doing to be so easy that you don't have to be around. I mean, yes, we mentor. We love everybody. We're doing coaching calls. We're doing all these things. But I want Ramona to know how to get in there and share some information with someone when I'm in the bathroom, right? Or taking a shower or doing something with my kids. I want her to feel empowered. And this is a great way. And I hope you guys feel that way too. So I'm going to stop the recording. And if anyone has any questions, I would